While fighter jets hold the place of being one of the most significant parts of Navy forces all around the world, it's important to remember that these fighter jets are mostly accompanied by the most advanced, technological, and versatile helicopters. Helicopters have been used by Navy forces for decades and play a vital role in projecting air superiority. Seeing the sheer size and power of these massive helicopters, you can sense adrenaline pumping through your veins whenever you see a helicopter hover above you. Although there's been a wide array of helicopters being invented for navies throughout history, there's nothing quite like the SIKORSKY CH-53E Super Stallion. Being the heaviest helicopter in the United States military, the CH-53E Super Stallion has served as the primary fireball of the Marine Corps for over 4 decades. The Super Stallion's a 3-engine helicopter that boasts a heavy lift power that no other aircraft in the Department of Defense can compare to. The capabilities of this helicopter has earned it the position of being the heavy lift asset of the Marine Corps. The helicopter gives a sense of relief to the troops as they know that either they're getting food and supplies or they're about to take off from the battlefield. This helicopter can be referred to as the hero of the Marine Corps' Aviation Division. The Super Stallion measures at about 99 feet in length, with an elevation of 27 feet 9 inches. It's got an empty weight of approximately 33,000 pounds and a maximum takeoff weight of 73,500. The capacity, reliability, and flexibility of the helicopter make it versatile as it can transport military vehicles and other equipment when needed. The CH-53E Super Stallion started to provide combat support to the Marines in 1981. It has been utilized in performing fast rope landing and rappel missions, dropping and extracting troops from combat zones. In February of 2010, these massive behemoths were used for the initial landing of Marine troops in the Helmand province of Afghanistan, for the largest air assault mission to be carried out since Vietnam. Approximately 600 Marine troops were transported in less than 2 hours. However, the mission was not anything out of the ordinary for the helicopter, as it had been used multiple times to transport entire forces and battalions during a period of darkness. The helicopter can land and host a forward arming and refueling point for other military vehicles and aircraft. And thanks to its heavy lift capacity, the helicopter is used to recover many downed aircraft and to evacuate and rescue people in times of danger. It's got a large loading capacity, which is utilized to take thousands of pounds of food, relief, and medical supplies to the Marines engaged in battle. Despite the fact that the Super Stallions are not being produced any longer, the fleet will still go under a reset to extend their life in service through 2025. Until now, 25 helicopters from the overall total of 142 CH-53Es have been through the reset process to extend their usability cycle. These helicopters will now allow the squadron commander to plan for various training operations and drills with renewed aircraft and confidence. The Super Stallion has the capacity to carry and transport up to 55 troops, with seats installed along the center line of the cabin, or the space could be used to carry an internal cargo load of 32,000 pounds. Adding to the capability, it can also carry external loads of up to 36,000 pounds. The CH-53E gets its incredible power from 3 General Electric T64 GE416 turboshaft engines, and each of these engines is capable of producing up to 4,380 shaft horsepower. These engines are mounted on the top of the helicopter's main cabin, and its power is transmitted to the rotors through a complicated system of shafts and gears. The Super Stallion is capable of reaching a top speed of approximately 170 knots, equal to 196 miles per hour and 315 kilometers per hour. The massive helicopter can also extend its range and endurance for long-time missions through an in-flight refueling. The helicopters come equipped with a fitted extendable in-flight refueling probe, and it can also refuel from a surface ship while hovering. Initially, the only weapons that the CH-53E came with were 250 caliber machine guns, which were mounted on the sides of the helicopters and could only cover the front and most of the side areas. However, the rear of the helicopter was still left vulnerable. To tackle this weakness, a ramp-mounted weapon system, also known as the RMWS, has been developed and tested by the U.S. Marine Corps. The M3M RMWS is a Fabric National Hirschtel Gau 2150 caliber reduced recoil machine gun that can be quickly installed and removed from the ramp in a span of less than 2 minutes. With a fire rate of 1,100 rounds per minute, the M3M machine gun suitable to protect the helicopter's rear. The CH-53E is the largest helicopter in the Western world to date. However, a larger version of it, the CH-53K, is currently in production, while the CH-53K is second only to the Russian Mi-26 helicopter. Going back to the CH-53E, the helicopter has been a part of many operations in the past. The Super Stallion entered into service with the initiative of Heavy Marine Helicopter Squadron 464 at the Marine Corps Air Station New River in North Carolina. The Marine Corps CH-53E started its first deployment in 1983, when 4 CH-53E helicopters were deployed aboard the USS Iwo Jima as part of the 24th Marine Amphibious Unit. On this operation, the Marines were sent to Beirut in Lebanon as peacekeepers, and upon arriving, they established barriers in and around the nearby areas of the Beirut International Airport. However, the mission took an unfortunate turn as on the 23rd of October 1983, a bomb hidden inside of a truck planted by terrorists detonated and tragically took the lives of 240 service members while they were sleeping. During the mission, the CH-53E helicopters provided the Marines with crucial combat support. In the early 1990s, 2 CH-53Es, accompanied by several CH-46 Sea Knight helicopters, were sent to alarm and evacuate the U.S. and foreign nationals from the United States Embassy in the city of Mogadishu in Somalia. The evacuation was caused by the increasing violence and riots in the city during the Somalian Civil War. On the 8th of June 1995, Captain Scott O'Grady was shot down while piloting the F-16 Fighting Falcon by the Bosnian Army. However, the CH-53E showcased its capability and the captain was saved by the helicopter. In March of 1997, acting upon a non-combatant evacuation, Operation Silver Wake, the CH-53E Super Stallions participated in the evacuation of nearly 900 American citizens and several other civilians in the city of Tirana in Albania. Furthermore, on the 26th of October in 2001, a trio of CH-53Es boarding the USS Petaloo and another CH-53E boarding the USS Bataan flew 890 kilometers to secure their first land base in Afghanistan, which is now known as Camp Rhino. This raid is known as the longest amphibious raid in history. In this mission, the long-range capabilities of the CH-53Es proved their worth as they had allowed the Marines to establish a southern base in Afghanistan. 3 Super Stallions again played a vital role in the invasion of Iraq in 2003. The helicopters were responsible for moving crucial supplies and essential ammunition to the most forward Marine units. The helicopter also contributed in other ways as it assisted in moving casualties back to the rear for follow-up care. The Marine CH-53Es and the CH-46Es also carried out the operation of rescuing Army Private Jessica Lunch on the 1st of April in 2003 by carrying U.S. Army Rangers and Special Operations troops on a mission. As of now, about 150 CH-53E Super Stallion helicopters are in service with the Marine Corps, and 28 Super Stallions are on duty with the United States Navy. The Navy requested a version of the helicopter for the airborne mine countermeasure roles. This variant is known as the MH-53E Sea Dragon. This helicopter comes equipped with enlarged sponsons that provide much more fuel storage and greater endurance. The MH-53E features advanced sensors such as magnetic anomaly detection equipment and sonar, enabling it to easily detect, identify, and classify underwater mines. It also has the same in-flight refueling probe that can carry up to 7 300 United States gallon ferry tanks internally. The MH-53E Sea Dragon has gone under numerous modifications compared to the CH-53E Super Stallion. The MH-53E has enhanced mission capabilities, which include an improved system of avionics, specialized mine hunting equipment, and upgraded engines which provide it with greater power and increased reliability. The MH-53E comes with side-mounted fuel sponsons and is designed for towing various minesweeping and hunting gear from above the dangerous naval mines. The helicopters have been a part of many impressive drills and exercises. For example, on the 6th of June in 2019, 16 CH-53E Super Stallions, 27 MV-22B Ospreys showed an impressive display of an elephant wall. The aircraft formed on top of each other across the runway at the Marine Corps Air Station in Miramar for a massive readiness exercise that also celebrated the 75th anniversary of D-Day. The people in Southern California watched the sky in awe as the Marines put on a show demonstrating an impressive display of air superiority. The Marines launched 53 aircraft into the sky at once. This included 27 MV-22 Ospreys and 16 CH-53E helicopters. This exercise was meant to show the wrath and might of the United States military, and also to showcase its impressive helicopter fleet at the same time. With its sheer size and power, piloting these helicopters is a challenging task in and of itself. Personnel go through extensive training sessions and drills to enhance their proficiency. These training drills are a necessary step to guarantee the safety of the aircraft and the crew on board. Aside from playing vital tasks in various operations, the helicopter has also been through some major accidents. For example, on the 1st of June 1984, a CH-53E was lifting a truck from the deck of the ship during an exercise drill when a sling that was attached to the truck broke free. This caused the aircraft to experience a significant shockwave, eventually resulting in the loss of 4 crew members' lives. In the same year, on the 19th of November 1984, a routine training exercise for the CH-53E was being held at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and the helicopter was lifting a 7-ton howitzer. However, the helicopter unfortunately crashed due to loss of control as the helicopter lost its tail rotor function, spun out and crashed into the ground, killing 6 people and injuring a further 11 people as it blazed away in flames. A year later, on the 25th of August in 1985, a CH-53E from New River, North Carolina was performing a routine supply and passenger run to 29 Palms from Tustin during a training operation when it suddenly caught fire and crashed into the Laguna Hills. This crash resulted in the loss of 3 crew members. In February of 2006, while carrying a combined mission of the United States Marine Corps and the United States Air Force, 2 CH-53Es accidentally collided with one another during a training mission over the Gulf of Aden, tragically resulting in 10 people losing their lives and 2 being critically wounded. 2 years later, in January of 2008, a Navy MH-53E suddenly crashed about 4 miles south of Corpus Christi in Texas while carrying out a training mission. 3 crew members died in the tragic event and 1 suffered severe injuries. On the 1st of September in 2014, a CH-53E helicopter of the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit unfortunately crashed in the Gulf of Aden while attempting to make a landing on the USS Mesa Verde following the training operations in Djibouti. However, luck was on their side that day, and all 17 Marines, along with 8 sailors on board, were rescued without any major casualties. A year ahead, on the 11th of October in 2017, a United States Marine Corps CH-53E Super Stallion, which was based at the Marine Corps Air Station Futenma, saw a turn of events as it had to crash land in the Higashi village in Okinawa. The emergency landing was caused by an engine fire, which forced the pilots to land near the homes of the village. Luckily, no human casualties were reported, but the helicopter was destroyed completely because of the fire. This event caused the United States military to ground all of their CH-53Es in Japan, as the Japanese government had called for an indefinite grounding. Lastly, on the 7th of February in 2024, 5 U.S. Marines saw a turn of events after a CH-53E crashed in the San Diego County in California. All 5 Marines were reported deceased. As more accidents of the CH-53E Super Stallion were reported, the United States Marine Corps has now decided to replace the Super Stallion with the CH-53K King Stallion, a newer, more advanced, and more efficient version of the helicopter. The King Stallion is the largest helicopter in the Marine Corps' arsenal and also the most powerful helicopter in the Department of Defense's fleet. The engines of the King Stallion produce 57% more horsepower than its predecessor, the Super Stallion. The King Stallion also comes with numerous improvements in its flying characteristics. It features mission management systems and fly-by-wire flight controls that reduce the workload of the pilot. Some of the latest features of the helicopter included advanced stability augmentation and flight control modes, including an automated approach to a stabilized hover, position hold, and precision tasks in environments where the vision is not clear for the pilots, and tactical cueing. All of these technological features ensure that the helicopter is easier and safer for the Marines that it will transport onto the battlefield. The King Stallion also can maintain its high performance even in a degraded aeronautical environment as known by the Marines. To elaborate, the CH-53K can operate at higher altitudes and hotter climates, and the Marine Corps plans to receive 200 of these at a total cost of $25 billion, and the full operation capability of the King Stallion is scheduled for 2029. So that's the end of us for today. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel with bell notifications on so you never miss another video from us. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.